Hello everybody, and welcome back to yet another video here on Mupptown Funk. As always, I'm your host Ty, and oh my gosh guys, I am so insanely excited for the news I'm about to tell you all today. There is a rumor currently floating around that a pilot for a new Muppet show is in production. But not just any Muppet show, a revival of the original Muppet Show, a brand new continuation of the classic Muppet Show variety show. And guys, I got a lot to say about this, so let's get started. I've seen this being reported on in several places. I'll be reading this article from Tough Pigs, which is a Muppet fan news site. So let's break it down. This was published on August 31st, so brand new news here. We all love The Muppet Show, and we've all been begging for more Muppet content, so we've been keeping a close eye on the recent rumors of a new The Muppet Show pilot. And while there almost seems enough evidence to call this real, until anything is officially announced, we're considering this a rumor. It all started when a screen production publication posted that a pilot called The Muppet Show was being developed and had received tax credits for the state of California. As you can see here, we have an image from that publication posted here. You can see it says The Muppet Show pilot for Fox, 20th Television, which of course is the Fox Television Department, right? 20th Century Fox or Studios or whatever Disney calls it now. Because, yeah, if you're surprised that this is on Fox, remember Disney does now own Fox, of course. Status, mid-September 2025. Location, Los Angeles. You can see some of the crew here, including Seth Rogen as a producer, alongside Evan Goldberg, Michael Steinbuck, director, Alex Timbers, and just a few other people listed here. Ryan Janata, Rhett Bear, in some other roles. And then we just have, the addresses for the Muppet Studios, the Jim Henson Company, 20th Television. When I told this to my friend and editor Calypso, he brought up the very interesting point that the Jim Henson Company is credited, and the Jim Henson Company really doesn't work with the Muppets anymore, right? It's been kind of a separate entity since Disney bought the Muppets, so it is interesting to see them listed here. I'd assume it's probably just a legal thing, like you kind of gotta mention the Jim Henson Company, but perhaps this is the Jim Henson Company working more closely with this production, which I think can only really be a good thing, right? All started when we read this over the past few weeks. A few more things have come out, including that the show is being produced by Seth Rogen. That's an interesting choice. I don't know. I feel like Seth Rogen's one of those people you kind of see everywhere. Tough Pigs goes on to say, while some may scoff at this, Rogen has a long history of producing some great content that doesn't necessarily fit the brand some people may think of. The 2023 film Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem being a particular standout. Yeah, it's funny that they go out of their way to be like, some people don't like Seth Rogen, but I don't know. I don't have a problem with Seth Rogen being involved. It sounds random, but I'm not him, right? I'm not a producer. But as they said, he did work on the recent Ninja Turtles reboot, which was pretty well liked. He's also worked with Disney on several occasions before, both as an actor and in other locations. And he's also worked with the Muppets a few times, like being one of the only funny segments on the Disney Plus Muppets Now show. So kind of random, kind of sounds like they're trying to get a big name there as producer, but it is also good, I think, to have someone like Seth Rogen have your back, right? He's a big name. He's a pretty well-loved figure and comedic actor and producer, and with him around, you could probably book some good guest stars and other stuff like that. I think he'd be a useful person to keep around for your series. The production is rumored to begin shooting this week. While this is obviously exciting, remember that this is just a rumored pilot and does not mean this will lead to a new series or potentially even ever be seen by the public. We can only hope. Right, so this is a pilot, and of course a pilot needs to be picked up. I'd be very surprised if nobody picked up a revival of The Muppet Show, quite frankly. I'd be pretty shocked. But you never know. The TV landscape is ever-changing, so who knows. Anyway, we have this other little screenshot from the Film and Television Industry Alliance, and it gives us some more details. The Muppet Show pilot, in development, pre-production, last updated on August 18th. Shoot date, September 1st. I'm filming this the morning of September 2nd, which means this could very well have started filming yesterday. Filming in Los Angeles. Project summary. The upcoming Muppet Show pilot is set to reintroduce the beloved ensemble of characters with a fresh twist, blending classic variety show charm with new comedic sketches. While details remain under wraps, the project aims to capture the heart and humor that made the original a cultural icon. We'll bring you more information as we get it. Guys, I am insanely excited for this. For many years, we as Muppet fans have been in kind of an awkward spot. I've talked about it on my channel before, and if you've been around in any sort of Muppet fan space, you know it's been kind of a weird time to be a Muppet fan. They're not being used all that much these days, and we're in between projects right now, right? And I think a lot of us have been waiting for any sort of announcement, whether that be a new movie or a new show. And we've known that they've been working on something for a little while, but we haven't really heard anything from it. And, you know, like D23s have come and gone, and the year of the Muppets' 70th anniversary is almost over, and, you know, we haven't heard all that much. But this is good news, I think. Here's the thing, the Muppets have been in an awkward place not only because of that lack of usage lately, but also because, as I've said before several times on this channel, they're kind of floating around aimlessly right now, in my opinion, and haven't really landed anywhere solid. Each Muppet project has been drastically different than the last, and they've tried out a lot of different things, and a lot of them haven't worked in the eyes of the general public, right? We have the ABC Muppet Show, which is well liked by fans. That's 10 years old now, oh my gosh. But, you know, didn't do very well critically and with general audiences, and thus got canceled after one season. We have Muppets Now, which I'm struggling to find anyone who was a fan of, and we have the Muppets Mayhem, which, you know, was well liked by fans, and I think it did perform decently well, but it also didn't survive past one season. And honestly, for years, I've been saying they should just bring back the original Muppet Show. As much as I love seeing the Muppets get experimental, I think that the concept of simply bringing back the original Muppet Show just makes perfect sense. The Muppets have done so much since the 2011 movie that references the original Muppet Show, pulls sketches from it, or characters from it, or concepts from it, and honestly, I'm shocked that it's taken them this long to simply go, hey, we should bring back the Muppet Show. You know, it's great to see them experimenting, it's great to see them doing different things, but simply bringing back that classic variety show format, I think, like, really can't go wrong, you know? I think that this is just generally a great idea. I would prefer if it had a new name, you know, especially because, like, if it ends up being bad, you don't want people to go, oh, the new Muppet Show sucks. Like, I would prefer I'd prefer it has a new name, you know, a separate name, that isn't directly tied to the Muppet Show, but it does make sense considering, again, you look at the recent movies, right, they do fully restart the Muppet Show. Oh, we also have the Muppets Take the Bowl and the Muppets Take the O2, which was basically a live Muppet Show. You know, that was great. Muppets Mayhem was fantastic. So was Muppets Haunted Mansion. You know, if you got good people in charge here, working on it, writing it, etc., I'm very excited to see what happens. I'm just excited to see the Muppets have a variety show in the modern day. You could have a lot of great guest stars. You could bring back iconic sketches and new ones. You could combine so many different characters from over the years. Having just a reboot or a revival, whatever you want to call it, of the original Muppet Show, but you have all the additional characters that have been created after that, you know, you could do so much with it. You really can. You really have endless possibilities. And if this ends up being real, I am incredibly excited. I think this is really the perfect next step for the Muppets. Could you accuse it of being kind of nostalgia bait pandering? Yes. Yeah, you definitely could. And I'm sure there'll be a crowd of people out there simply saying, I wish they would do something new. But I'd counteract that by saying the Muppets have been trying something new for a very long time, and nothing has stuck. So hopefully going back to a classic format for them does stick. I'm also just going to bring up, I'm incredibly happy to see that this pilot is being made for Fox and, like, not Disney Plus. For years I've been saying they need to reboot or revive the Muppet Show, but I don't want it to be a Disney Plus show that'll have like 8 episodes. You know, with the Muppet Show, with a variety show, you need to have like a full actual TV length season going on. And to see that it's being created for Fox means hopefully it is being made to air just on regular TV. I'm sure it'll also be dumped on Disney Plus. But I think that is definitely the right move. And that also means that if this pilot gets picked up, it probably won't be a super long wait until we see this on our screens. So there you have it, guys. The concept of a potential Muppet Show reboot revival. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Are you excited? Are you cautious about this? Do you believe it? Do you not believe it? And what do you want to see? Do you want them back in like the classic Muppet Theater? Do you want them to be somewhere else, like Muppets Tonight? Who would you like to see as a guest star? Other than Seth Rogen, who I think is a pretty surefire bet will pop up somewhere. And yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. If there is an official update from Disney or anything like that, which, you know, if this gets picked up, I'm sure we'll hear about it. That's the thing you got to remember. This is a pilot, so it could very well not be picked up. But if it is, and we get an announcement regarding it, of course, I'll talk about it. And I'll probably review it on the channel or something like that. Anyway, guys, there you have it. For once, it's a pretty good day to be a Muppet fan in 2025. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.